Hey. Just wanted to let you know before we begin, on the second channel, CEROS Live, we are actually posting the live clips from the live streams over there starting May 2nd. So if you want to see some live clips, you want to see me unaltered, unedited, and unfiltered, you can go over there and watch those live clips, just letting you know. Anyways, let's start the video. May I ask you a question? Could I pose it to you as a friend, as a comrade, as a buddy, as a member of Soviet Russia, as a communist and a fellow leftist? Maybe you're a right-winger and you accidentally stumble upon this video. Hi, how are you doing? Good to see you as well. Maybe you're a centrist. You can't pick a side. Maybe you can't pick the McDonald's or Burger King. Maybe you can't figure that out. Maybe you actually prefer White Castle. Maybe you should go to Black Castle and figure out why you want White Castle. The question I pose is simply, can men wear makeup?
Hey bro, don't you think it's a little strange that you're selling makeup to men?
What do you mean selling makeup to men?
Well, you sell something called the Men Pen, which is makeup, right?
No, I don't know why people think that. The Men Pen is a company that helps men take care of their eyebrows. We have razors, tweezers, scissors, and dye.
Oh really? What about the filler?
Oh, that's just like any other hair product. It makes your eyebrows look darker, just like you put stuff in your hair to get it to be spiked up. Just something to make you look better.
That video I just showed you was called the Men Pen. As a matter of fact, I've been seeing a lot of these videos pop up on my feed on my For You page on TikTok, and I'm a little bit confused. Let me explain why I'm confused. Hugh Jackman, Idris Elba, Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr., this guy whose name always escapes me. I can't remember this guy's name. Looks like Evil Dave Chappelle. Don't really, isn't this Evil Dave Chappelle? I don't remember this guy. I'm not gonna lie to you, don't know his name. Ryan Gosling, Shia LaBeouf. As a matter of fact, I can go through this all day. Every male actor that I've ever seen on TV, whether it be the newscaster, even some politicians, they always wear makeup because you gotta add on extra pounds of makeup for the camera because it can show all your pores and all that stuff. It's very important to wear makeup when you go on TV. As a matter of fact, I can go even further back. You know those nobles with those big white wigs to show regality and all of that variety? Remember those guys? They wore makeup. As a matter of fact, they also wore heels. But what happens a lot of the time, and I don't know why, pendulum always shifts randomly. Sometimes women that are voluptuous are lovely, but then there are women that are super skinny or models, and then it goes back to now BBLs and all this stuff. The Kim Ks are now popular. Not really sure what happens here, but right now we are on this big trend of men wearing makeup.
I'm officially starting to wear makeup. Couple months out of the NFL and I'm already wearing makeup. That's crazy. Let me explain to you why you wear makeup when you're on TV. I just put on some I'm joking, this is the filter. So here's what it looks like pre-makeup. As you can see, it's a little shiny. The oils on my skin are a little bit more like poppy, if that's a word. And then here's post-makeup. It's like a little bit more flat. There's not as much shine. So when you're on camera, it looks good. I didn't think in my adult life I would be wearing makeup. It is what it is. Here we are. I'm about to start doing Get Ready With Me. Stop playing games. I'm a grown man who could outwork all y'all, and I still wear makeup. Also in my job description. But it does make a huge difference on camera. For the viewer to watch a production without makeup, you would definitely tell the difference.
What that man said was correct. A lot of people on the interwebs, or more so that are TV stars, often use makeup. It is very common for them to use makeup. I'm fairly confused about why people think it's such a weird thing. As a matter of fact, I've been going through a lot of specific male products, more so than makeup, but it reminds me of that man bag. I don't know if you remember that man bag. Tactical baby gear. I don't know if you know about tactical baby gear. It's baby gear specifically for tactical people. They don't want to seem like a baby or a wimp, so they have this tactical baby gear to make sure you are an army man, knowing that you yourself are daddy, you know, you're the one of the guys. Let's read one of these reviews here. The only thing my husband wanted for Father's Day was the TBG Day Pack. He has shown the video of his pack to at least 10 of our friends and constantly rants and raves about how amazing it seems. He will be a dad to a little girl in October and is ecstatic. These guys have truly thought of everything when making this product. You're gushing to your friends about the fact that you get to take care of the child that you decided to bring into this world, and you're excited about your bag. That's good. I'm very happy about that. And people are going to call you feminine. This is not a bad thing, but it is funny that you have to manipulate men into getting them to do something. In order for a man to even consider a product such as makeup, which was not, by the way, gender kept in any capacity, you put that upon yourselves. I don't know what that was about. You can wear makeup as a man. You can wear regular makeup as a man, by the way. You can just do that. You're allowed. But you have to manipulate men into actually wearing things that are good for their children that so they don't seem girly in public. It's so fun to have to manipulate men. Even more so was the other products I found when it comes to men's makeup. This is war paint. War paint for your face. Skin tint, skin finish, and anti-shine, a pore blur. Oh, all this skincare stuff, but it's war paint, so it shows that you can't get dirty during war. This is amazing. So let's look at what we got here. We got, the skin tint natural matte finish tinted moisturizer and a bunch of different shades. I like the color spectrum they're doing because it goes through all the different skin colors, which is really nice because a lot of men, this is going to sound really cool, don't actually have it for a bunch of black guys. Usually they don't. This is skin tint for specific people, and Warpaint specifically is a better brand because they actually cater to all skin types, which is nice. You can even get a discount on this one, and there are 7 5-star reviews about this. Let's read them. I love the bronzer and like the moisturizer. Excellent. Top product with a K. With a K. Oh, that's good. This is pure magic. Within seconds, I get a beautiful sun-kissed look. I tried so many before that just gives me an orange look that makes me look tan. Don't want to look like Donald Trump. Not sure about the moisturizer. My face feels kind of stiff with it. This is a real review. These are real people. Hold up a second. These are real people, actually. Amazing product. The moisturizer feels so good on my skin. The added element of the tint gives me such a natural bronze glow. I get so many compliments about how good my skin looks. And now men can finally get complimented. This is so good. Great products, especially a bronzer, which I am using for years now. That sentence messed me up because the grammar was so bad. So bad. I'm hoping this will be such a big boon for men's mental health in the long run, but all I see online is criticisms of these very products.
Why do men wear makeup? Like, why are we doing this to ourselves? Can we not wear makeup at all? Can we just stick to line of beards, stick to looking good, and have a clean cut, and that's about it? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this down below.
It's not specifically just that one guy either. There are a multitude of videos online, particularly amongst very masculine men, that explain how you're sensitive, you're emotional, and you take control of your heart, and you like gardening and knitting and painting your nails and baking and making flower arrangements. All these things are feminine, and you're not assertive, strong, you're not decisive, you're not independent, you're not a man, and you don't care if your mom takes care of you financially, you always let them lead. This is bad. There's still this prevalent mindset that men cannot be catered for or taken care of, they can't wash your dishes, and wiping your butt is gay. You're getting too close to your butthole, that's a little bit gay. If you wipe your butt, honestly, that's gay. If you use a bidet, it's too much water in your butt, you must be stimulating what a man feels. That's disgusting. You don't want that. As a matter of fact, but just poop on sandpaper and hope the residual particles of the sandpaper glaze across your chocolate starfish and it gets enough of the poop out. But men should smell a little bit hoarse and bad because it shows they're working hard because they got to make money because they don't actually have time to wipe their butts. That's the entire thing. If you wipe your tip after you pee, you're also homosexual. Let a little bit of that pee residue stick on there. That's very important. Another thing about all these male products is that they're oddly sexual for some reason. This is Gentle Home. Look at this smooth, illustrious, older gentleman. Look at his erect nipples out and showing his slightly apt body. Oh, this is good. This is amazing. And they sell moisturizer cream and eye cream. Ooh, this is good. And face wash booster and Gentle Home, but it's for men. The serum has retinol in it. Retinol is actually really good for your eyes, actually. That's amazing for your eyes. Retinol is good for your eyes, by the way. They're letting you know that a man is here. They even got him with the little belly out. They're manipulating you because you have a belly and a happy trail such as this, and you have hairy arms. They're showing it next to his Gentle Home box. This is good. It's private parts deodorant so your balls don't smell crazy. They have skincare, cosmetics, grooming, accessories. This is all very important, and I'd like to say this is fine. I'm gonna put my Gojo shades on so you guys listen to me better, because guess what? The Gojo shades add for dramatic effect. I won't lie, there are people that are gonna continually think that we're feminizing all men, especially white men, or the plan is to completely flip the gender roles. They're going to make modern men the equivalent of the 1950s housewife with all the good and the bad that comes with it through a Machiavellian perspective. Yeah, it could work. They could do that. There are also many of these people that don't want men to take care of themselves or actually be happier in their own skin, and it's interesting. As a matter of fact, I don't even know why so many people are so against it. Men built these cages with their own hands, and they're acting so shocked when the bars feel so cold that they've trapped themselves within it. I don't grasp how you can be mad at a cage you built for yourself, and I've seen many people advocate for men's mental health. I myself am especially one of them, because I've seen the horrors it does to the psyche, and I've spoken to men that have gone through such evil things inside their lives where they don't feel as though they're actually loved by the people around around them, and it is sad. They measure every inch of themselves, every single second. They weld it, the lock shut, with all this fear disguised as this pride because they love Vegeta for some reason. You like Vegeta? Look at Vegeta right now. This man loves his wife. He really loves his wife. It is the most important thing in the series right now. His entire character change. Vegeta is a prideful Saiyan warrior, and he loves his heritage, but he also loves his wife and his family. He would do anything for his Bulma. He fought against a god for his Bulma. And you want to follow that man and what he is? Think of Ryan Gosling. He was in love with Barbie. That was a whole thing in the Barbie movie. And you watched that movie and you related to Ryan Gosling because you wanted to say that all men are Ryan Gosling. Be Ryan Gosling. Somewhere along the way, I'm not sure when, I think they decided that being human needs to be filtered through a checklist of acceptable behaviors. And this happens when it comes to gender roles in our society. It happens with every single instance of what happens with people. It's disgusting. And the checklist solely strangled every soft, curious, expressive part of themselves. Oh, wait a second, using a map? That's zesty, bro. You're touching on the paper and doing all fruit stuff with it? That's ridiculous. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, You're asking someone for directions? A man should always lead. That's ridiculous. Asking a man for directions because you don't know the city, you don't want to be lost. You know who looks lost? Women. Men should feel confident and know exactly where they need to go. That's exactly how it is. I don't even know why you're even lost in the first place. Men have to find their way all the time. How are you lost anywhere? You should actually tap into your primal instincts and use the power of the earth and the sun to get the longitude and latitude of where the McDonald's is, because we need to get to McDonald's, bro. This is ridiculous. All that remains after making this chest list to make sure you touch your chest. All that remained after making this checklist was a performance of toughness. Nobody actually enjoys living inside that performance. It's exhausting. It's lonely. It's a full-time job, and men don't even work like in full-time jobs. But imagine you did that with no paycheck and no vacation days. So men can't take vacation days, and the mask stays on. But guess what? You can't even wear a mask. You're not allowed to wear a mask because you can't wear makeup. Can't wear makeup, you can't wear heels. And I recommend a lot of guys start wearing heels too. You wear heels, you can be taller. This gives you a more domineering presence. Then you take the shoes off or just wear platform shoes. You're more than welcome to wear platform shoes. Think of it like disco. You can be like disco. I feel with a lot of men, and I'm advocating for men a lot here. I know you hate hearing how good men are, is that there's a panic that sits under the surface of a lot of men. This internal alarm that goes off the second something feels gentle or expressive or slightly off script or slightly outside of it. Instead of asking why that why that alarm exists, they double down. Much like the KFC sandwich that was taken off the menu. I'm doing a campaign to bring this sandwich back. Can we please bring back the double down from KFC? Can we bring back this illustrious sandwich? It was 2 delicious pieces of thick sultry chicken with bacon in between, and it has some cheese. This should not be a crime to eat a double down sandwich. KFC, Colonel, please bring it back. It's not even that bad. We got worse. There's worse things on TV. There's worse things at my local Walmart. Everything is sugar, and you took away my favorite sandwich. I know my boys will be with me because it's 2 thick things of meat. Men love eating meat, by the way. Don't know what that's about. Men love making steak, cooking up meat, making it delicious, eating meat in its raw primal form, love rawing meats. If you want to really break it down to the most dramatic sentence, you got to eat a steak that is rare, and that's the true way to eat a steak. The redder it is, that means you like rawing meats. You like raw meat. Think about that. Yeah, I know you love raw meat, right? Right? Not gay to like raw meat, by the way. I'm just giving you an example of how language sounds when you make somebody antagonize and make them uncomfortable with their gayness. Or more so their femininity, or more so what they want to be, more so their internal life, their emotional resilience is so weak. Stacking restrictions on top of restrictions. You know some men can't even enjoy a strawberry parfait? They can't enjoy this strawberry parfait. So simple. Look how delicious that looks. Oh. Sugar and joy wrapped up into sultry, just beautiful representation of amazement. This pastry, they can't enjoy pastries. Men can't even go to a bakery. This is weird. Speaking of cooking, you know I've always found odd. You know Gordon Ramsay right here? This guy Gordon Ramsay. I've always found Gordon Ramsay to be such an anomaly because cooking is primarily a feminine thing. You know, housewife cooks. I don't hear of many famous women chefs don't really hear much about them. Not really sure. I guess Martha Stewart, but that's baking and not cooking. But women are supposed to cook in the household. Yet whenever I go to a restaurant, it's always the sous chef, who's a man, and then the head chef, who's also a man, and then the guy comes out and says, "Do you like my food?" Yeah, you'd make a great housewife, dude. I really don't know what to tell you. I just think that's a little bit odd. Speaking on that same subject, this is the Norwood scale. Norwood scale is very important. This is just me doing an aside here. Why do men care about losing hair if having a lot of hair is feminine? Why is that a thing? Is that something we want to get into for a second? Is it just to prove that they can grow hair? Or is something going on that I don't know about? Is there some memo I didn't get in the man checklist? I had assumed I was getting a man checklist. A lot of people often comment on why I paint my nails in general. One, it looks cool. Two, have you ever had a niece or a daughter? You ever had one of those and they want to paint your nails? Are you going to deny them getting their nails painted? Or them painting your nails because you are so masculine that you can't adhere to a little girl's demand and request because she wants to play with her father? Have you considered that? There's also a thing. There's many reasons the nails can be painted. I got them specifically because they look cool. My nails look better. My nail beds are getting a bit too long and I might need to actually get them removed soon because as you can see, they're actually getting a bit too long. It's not as if they're messed up or getting chipped or anything of that variety. My nails grow incredibly fast because I'm healthy. Men can wear makeup and the world will not fall apart or collapse. Gravity's not gonna reverse. Your voice isn't gonna disappear. Your life doesn't lose meaning. Yet the reaction from corners every time feels like it just denoted something sacred, right? It just nastily did it. See, figure this out, right? You cross this invisible line that only exists because enough people agree to pretend it mattered. It does not. Everyone stays trapped protecting a boundary that never needed to exist in the first place. Heels are shoes. Fabric is fabric. Color is color. The emotional weight placed on these things exposes insecurity more than it defines any identity. A stable person does not spiral over another man enjoying presentation or comfort or aesthetic at all. A stable person, I know this is important for you to be stable because you're a man, you gotta stay stable and resilient in the eyes of the storm, understands that self-expression operates like a quiet tree growing next to them. It simply exists. It asks for nothing. It does not threaten the roots of anyone else. And I think the funniest part of this entire shift happening online is watching men slowly get tricked into taking care of themselves. This reverse engineered intervention where men have to have army bag, tactical baby bags, or you have to make this specifically for men, or you gotta have ball deodorant so your balls doesn't smell like a Super Smash Bros. Convention and you've been playing Fox and Falco for 3 hours and you stand up and you got swamp ass crazy and you get a whiff of yourself and you enjoy your own whiff because you're a little bit egotistical and that whiff is gonna attract a mate because you think that the French don't actually wear a lot of stuff because they believe in natural odors and you don't like women with body hair because you think that's masculine but you kind of like it but you can't admit to it because you're actually in love a little bit with tomboys, so you hide that and repress that part of yourself your entire life until it becomes a slowly caressing thing inside of your body where you can't deal with it inside of any regular conversation. I'm talking about the guys who refused lotion for years. Now they're standing in front of mirrors learning about exfoliating. Oh my god, you can exfoliate? Bro, this is like DLC for your life, bro. DLC for your life. You should just care about your skin, your hair, your body, your presentation, your health. You live inside that body every single day. Neglecting your body out of fear of being perceived as soft is the strangest trade-offs imaginable. You are giving up comfort, confidence, and long-term health just to maintain an image that doesn't even reward you. I think the greatest sentence that I ever heard was from one of my mentors. He had said that self-love is a vulnerability, but it is not a weakness. And vulnerability terrifies a lot of men because they think being vulnerable means being weak. If you can take the hits, it doesn't matter if you're vulnerable. If you leave your back exposed, but you can take punches to the back, then you're not being vulnerable. Instead of working through that discomfort, you try to bury it under aggression or jokes or rigid rules about what is allowed. Over time, that turns into resentment, that turns into anger, turns into a weird hostility toward anyone who refuses to play along with the same restrictions. You cannot do that. What I've discovered about a lot of people, and you may not know this, is that we judge ourselves by our intentions, but others by their actions. I'll give you a perfect example of this. Let's say you meant to do the laundry. You really mean to do the laundry. It's your important thing to do the laundry, right? And you let it pile up, but your intention is that, okay, I'm gonna wait for my laundry to get to a certain point, and I'm gonna do this at a certain point. But if you saw somebody with all that laundry, you would judge them and say, why haven't you done your laundry? Think of that for a moment. You would judge yourself by how you would think about the situation, but you don't consider how other people think. That is called protagonist syndrome, and everybody has it. Everybody has a little bit of it, because when someone doesn't see your way, or someone likes pineapples on pizza, or they really enjoy black olives, or they have a brand of video game that they really like and you can't understand why, you are trying to impose your mindset upon them. That is very unhealthy. Someone can wear a skirt and smile if someone else can order a sweet drink, if someone else can cry at a movie, then what is all that suffering for? What is the point of the mask? The whole movement of men loosening up, experimenting, laughing, putting on makeup, trying new things, enjoying small pleasures. That's amazing. I think it's healing to a lot of men. It reveals how easy it always was to step outside the cage. Take off the cock cage, you cuck. Just do it. It's okay. What's annoying is that the door was never actually locked. You just spent so much time guarding the door that something that never deserved that level of protection was being protected. It just feels odd to do so. I want the best for you. I really do. I want you to look inside yourself and discover that everything you've done inside of your life is actually holding you back. I want you to look deep inside of your core essence. I want you to believe that you can achieve and you can dream and you can do amazing work. I really want you to do that. But if you continually put these barriers upon yourself, you're going to get really upset about makeup.
Just a quick message from a gay man to the straights. If you wear makeup, I do not automatically assume you are gay. I just don't. There's makeup and then there's makeup. What I do assume is that you like to look after yourself. You might want to cover up a few blemishes. You might want to look a bit bronzed. But I do not just assume you are gay. I think we need to calm down.
Anyways, I've haggled you long enough. I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you give me new ideas for videos. You can comment them down below. I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. It took a long time to make. I'm not going to tell you to subscribe to a Patreon or something like that, despite the fact that I have one. I'm just going to tell you to be the best version of yourself you possibly can. And I am so proud of you. Thank you for existing. You are the lights of your own life, and you do not need me or anybody else to validate that lovely existence that you choose to live inside of. Keep shining on, my superstar. Bye-bye now.
I'm your nigga night, be my Laurel low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.